Thank you, Sal. I did it again. I guess I should start over. Okay, I won't start over. Lord have mercy. What a day. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate it. Um, so I'll go back over this again. I'm going to show where I got in here, how I traded this, and oh man, I'll have to edit out the whole first part of that this YouTube video. So I'm going to start here, start fresh. Where I entered SMCI today, what I looked at, guys, was this this price action came down to the 45.8, the red LRC, pushed back up, came back down, wicked back down off of the yellow, so we weren't really getting anywhere. But what was really important, I noticed that we hit this 3 times. Came down, hit the 45.8 and the red LRC right here, pushed back up. Once we had this big candle that moved up above the 20 or the 200 and the 20 EMA, this is where I entered with 10 contracts. I scaled out on the yellow. I scaled out on this push up to the blue, and I took all profit off right here for $430. And what I was saying previously is you could have taken several trades on this today by using this strategy. One, this is the long LRC right here. This is one of my long LRCs. I always label it as an LRC. They are very important, guys. If you've never used them, please go check out my video how to use the long LRC, how to apply them, how to set them up. It's extremely important. Now that I use them, I will never not use them again. See this blue line right here? This is a long LRC as well. So first trade was an amazing trade. Easy, didn't even have to really think about it much. Made it all the way up. Um, I'm sorry. I did not exit here. I take that back. I exited right here. I got out. I was just looking at my notes. I got out at the very top on this one. So I had an incredible, now I only had one left. I had scaled out all the way to having just one, and I took the one all the way to the top. Um, so that was an excellent trade for me today. I was very happy about holding it as long as I did. One of the things I've been struggling with here lately, um, I'm going to go into my Discord here. So if anyone wants to join, they're welcome to join. The second trade you could have taken here. Now, for me, I don't typically like to trade into the 20 or the 200, but in this case, you're really extended, right? And you've also hit major, um, a major level, as well as you've now pushed down below a long LRC. So when I see that happen, you could actually enter right here, trade down, scale out on the 20 EMA, hold hold a few, hold a lot, depends on your risk level. If it starts to go up, just get out, take all profit, right? Because you're either going to continue or you're going to push off of this 20 EMA, guys. It's that simple. Um, and then you could have just taken this all the way through, scaled out here. I probably would have taken all profit here, honestly, because of what I was showing earlier. If you look at the fib retracement, if you draw your fibs in, I only show the 38.2, the 50, and the 61.8. That's the only ones that I care about. So once you get past it on the 38.2, past the 38.2, I'm looking for it to get to the 50. Well, this got to the 50 and balled up really strong. So I'm just giving you guys advice like how you may want to look at trading. You trade the way you want to trade, but this is how I would literally see that and go, oh, okay, there's a lot of buying pressure here. Then I'd see this next candle come down and push right back up. I would exit at that point. I would just take my profit. I would miss all of this and I would be okay missing all of that because I don't want to just give back profit on a big, big move back up. Um, so that's how I would trade that situation. And one other thing I want you guys to look at, and you guys can look into it. There's a lot of videos. I think there's some statistical analysis out there as to how whenever you have a retracement, if you retrace to the 38.2, I think you have like an 87, roughly around an 87% chance of getting to a new high of day or a new low of day, depending on which way you're going, right? And if you get to the 50, I think it comes down to like a 70% or something like that. So you still have a pretty high chance of breaking to a new high a day. My percentages may be off, guys. Just look it up, check it out for yourselves. But once you get down below 50 and even around the 61.8, I think your percentage drops to like between 25 and 30% that you'll get to a new high a day. The reason I'm saying that is you need to pay it, don't overdo it. If you get in this trade right here, which would have been a valid spot to get into to trade in through the 20 EMA, you had a push down to the yellow. You had these candles show you that, okay, this long LRC is the boss today. It's not going to let it back through this level. It comes back up. Here's your entry right here. You trade up. Guess what? If this comes back down off the 20, take a small profit and get out. But if you get this move like it gave you, you scale out at the yellow, you scale out at the blue, you hold for the pullback, you get up here, you see it weakening. I would say possibly exit on this big red candle right here because you went down below the 61.8%. So you kind of have an idea that it most likely won't get to a new high a day, which is what happened. If you go back and look, you'll notice that that happens quite frequently. So that's really important to focus on and to just have that as a part of your understanding when you're trading. Uh, then you could have actually got back in right here. I didn't take all of these trades. I only took this one. I'm just showing you how you can use this strategy to trade all day if you want to. I don't like doing that. I want to be done by 11 every day if I can. Um, so I don't have to, I don't have to sit and worry about an over trade. I know for me, in the past, over trading was a big problem that I had. Every time when I was up, I just kept trading. Next thing I know, I'd be down at the end of the day. And there's nothing, I don't think it feels, there's not much of a worse feeling in trading when you're up 1,000 or $1,200, $1,400 and you blow it all back and you end up with a loss of 200 and you just like, why did I do that, so I don't do that anymore. I hop out, I let the guys know, hey, I'm done for the day, and I will stay and help in most cases, and in some I'm just like, I'm done, there's no point in trading anymore, I don't see any reason to trade. So in this case you could have seen this price, this come back down to the pink, and you can literally see it stop right on the LRC, pushes up. Right here would be your entry, or you could wait for that close and get in on this one and trade this up to your second red candle and exit. Another decent trade, good scalp. You could have scalped a decent amount of profit there. You could have even waited for the pullback to the blue again and the 20 EMA. This would be your entry right here when this candle crossed that close, and then just hold this until you get either two closes or two reds. So two reds you would have got out right here, which would have given you more of a profit. So those are just ways that you can trade. I've been doing the two reds a lot lately because the market's been a little bit like hard to judge if you're going to get complete moves or not. So as soon as I get two reds, I just exit as long as I've got a pretty good move. Sometimes, like if I get two reds right out of the gate, I may just scale off at the second red and then see if it goes against me, and if it does, then I'll hop out. So let me go back to, I keep saying back, I'm going to delete the first part of this video because I was talking without my mic on. MSTR was my first trade of the day. Really good trade. My most profitable trade. I made 898 on this trade. I got in at 936, which was right here on this candle when it pulled back to the green. I got in there. Um, so this was my entry. I was watching price action today. I saw it come down to the red. It pushed up off the red, which is right at the 200 EMA, went up through the 20 EMA and through all of the LRCs. The LRCs were tight on this one because there was like literally no price action during, or no movement during pre-market. And sometimes you'll get that. You'll have very tight LRC ranges, and sometimes that's the best when you get them tight and they're really narrow. You get really big explosions through them, so kind of pay attention to that. Not always, but a lot of times. um, so at the 936 candle, when this went up, I saw the red came down and closed. We got a green that came down and started pushing up. I entered right here on this green candle, 10 contracts. Then at 942, I entered on right here 10 more contracts. So I was in 20 contracts. 952, I took a profit right here. I scaled out 8. 1014, which was I think right in here, trying to line it up. I scaled out another 4 at 1046. I wrote down my times today. At 1046, which I think was right here, I scaled out another 4, and then I got this break of consolidation, was great, and I took this one all the way to right here. This was my last one, and I made $898 on this trade. Um, could have been more if I didn't scale out early, but that's okay. I always like to lock in profit so that if I ever get a move against me, I do well by, in the end of the day. Could I have made a whole lot more if I'd held this all the way up? Oh gosh, yes. Yep, probably a couple $1,000s, but that's okay. I made 898 on this one. I made 430 on the SMCI trade. And then I had a couple good SPX trades, a couple really small ones as well. Um, let me go to my SPX trade. I didn't count those in my total because it was on like a $30 or $40 trade. But my SPX, let me look at my time on that. All right, one of my SPX trades came in at 12:17. So I did take a trade at 12:17. It was later in the day. And it was a put. Where was that at? 12:17. Okay, so I got this move down. I missed the initial move. So it was a little risky, but what I was looking at was this. And this was more important to me, is this level right here. I wanted to see, oh, I'm sorry, not that level. Whoops, this one here. I wanted to see us clear this. Oh my goodness. Let me try again. I wanted to see us clear this level right here, and that's why I didn't get in until 12:17, because I think that happened right here. That's when I got in. I entered on that candle because I wanted it to clear structure to the left. I could have entered here, but I don't like doing that once we have these other lows, because I'm always concerned that this might just be a fake out and a move back up, because you notice it did it here, it did it here. So for me to have confidence and to, have a better probability of a move, I wait for it to clear that level, and that's what I did. And so I got in here, and this trade was, I made $350 on this trade. So I got in here. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think I made 298 on this one. I got in with 2 contracts. I scaled out, I think here, and then I scaled out. I took the final profit just right there. So I ended up with like $298 on this. It was really a scalp. Um, but that's all you need with SPX. You don't need a whole lot to make a lot of money. Could I have held through this? Yes, but you have to realize if you're in SPX right here, you're actually going to probably be at a loss right here. It's just the way it goes. You get these candles that move up. Next thing you know, you're in where you entered, but you're probably down 100 or $120 right there. And if that keeps going, then you are, you're in the hole and you have a loss. So when I get this kind of price action and this happening, I tend to just go ahead and scalp and take my profit, which is what I did. So that was one SPX trade. I did this one hurts. This one hurts. This one is the one I made the most money on with SPX today, but man, oh man, could it have been amazing. So this one was a swing and a miss for me, as far as the um, amount. Oh, this was one of my small ones that I didn't count. I think I made like $90 on it. So I entered here. I think I exited here and I ended up getting out for $90. And you know how many times this has happened to me? It's kind of crazy, but it's just part of trading, it's part of what we have to deal with. So I didn't stick with my rules because it's hard for me to do that with SPX. But if I had stuck with my 20 EMA rule, this right here was at $35 a contract. You know how much this was when I bought it? $2.35. Yep. I made $90 right here. I bought it, got out, or maybe on this, I can't remember. Maybe it was this one, but I made $90. But if I'd held all the way up to here, or even here, I would have made $3,000 on that trade. Yeah, so I missed that. That's just part of it. Something I've got to get better at. I know there's something I guess old habits are hard to break. I've been saying, look, I'm just going to get in like a $5 or $6 contract and just let it go. But I swear every time I start getting into profit, I just take profit and move on. So, but one of these days I'm gonna catch one of these big 35 or $60, you know, $60 contract moves. So um, that was the one that was a smaller trade, and I missed it. I missed the big move. I did get in one more trade, and I'm trying to find where I got in that one at. I think it was right here. Is this the one I waited on? Yeah. Anyway, oh, actually, I think I re-entered here. This is where I made for $350 on this trade. So I had to pull back. I exited here or exited here for the 280, wherever it was that I got in. Here, exited here for the 280. It pulled back. I re-entered on this red candle, and I took it down, and I got out on this candle for $350 profit. So overall today, guys, I made 1976 plus I think the 90, and I think I also had a 40. But anyhow, the trades were great. They were easy. There was not really any difficulty. I had 0 losses today. It was very, very simple to trade. Um, and I also want to just point out again, here's a long LRC. These I set up pretty much, I set them up during the week, and they last. And then as price moves outside the ranges, then I'll readjust them. But they pretty much stay constant until price moves outside the ranges. And you can see how much price respects the long LRC. It's absolutely incredible. So hopefully you guys will try it out. Hopefully you will check it out. If you have questions about it, you need help, come to the Discord. you're welcome to come in and shoot me a DM, ask me questions, or a lot of times I'll be in the non-member voice channel, and you guys are welcome to come in and join that when I'm in, and we can talk. And if you have questions, I will actually join you. I'll go live and walk you through how to trade, what to do, how to set it up. I do have my workspace, I have my charts, I have all the indicators on my Discord. You can also find them in the Use ThinkScript forum. I'm in there under Trust the Levels, I think is the title that they provided for me. Um, so there's a full thread in there that I will post my earnings or my trades daily, which I have yet to do that today. I've got to do that today um, for the people on there so they know how I traded and how to use this strategy. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate you watching. Sorry about the first part of this video where my mic was muted. I need to pay more attention to that. Um, so anyhow, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope that you guys can, um, if you were, if you were like affected by the hurricane, my prayers are with you. I hope that you guys are able to find some peace and some be able to get back on your feet and get your possessions and your items, your loved ones, your pets, if they were affected. I hope that you're able to either locate them and find peace if you lost any. Um, anyhow, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys take care, and I will see you on the next video.